Gabby, and today I'm going to take us through an intermediate Pilates workout. We're really going to focus on working our core, on stabilizing your core, and using that strength to go ahead and make other movements in your body. So let's get straight into it. First, you're going to start just lying down on your back, on your mat, with your knees bent, your feet grounded into the floor, and you can put your palms grounded into the mat as well. We're just going to start with something called the tuck and tilt. And so essentially we're going to tuck and then tilt our pelvis. And so when you first do this movement, go ahead and make really big movements. Like here I'm really tilting, my back is going up. Here as I'm tucking, we can even kind of start going into a little bit of a bridge position. Let's do a couple of kind of these big motions to really feel what that can feel like in your body as you are using your pelvis to kind of either stretch out your stomach in this position and then actually, stretch out your lower back in this tucked position as well. Now let's go ahead and make that motion a little bit smaller. So you're going to go ahead and tilt out so that you just feel your lower back lift up off of the mat. Then tucking so that you feel your lower back really pressing into the lower mat. And you should feel your abdominals engage as you're doing this too. So we're going to go ahead and tilt that out. And then as we're tucking in, feel that kind of the whole abdominal cage really engaging and holding here. Let's just do one more. And then let your back come to a nice neutral position. If you want to really protect your lower back throughout this whole workout, you can go into kind of this more tucked position where you feel your lower back pressing into the mat. That is always going to keep your core stabilized and protect your lower back. From here, let's go ahead and bring our legs all the way up towards the ceiling. Heels together, toes apart. You're going to slowly roll and have your hands here, and we're gonna pump for hundreds. We're gonna be taking 10 deep breaths here. Staring towards your navel. Deep breaths. Keeping those arms nice and long. And really pumping here. We got 3 more breaths. Last one. And relax. Come all the way down. Give your legs a nice squeeze. From here, we're going to lower legs down into this kneel position. And we're just going to go ahead and lift the right leg up into a tabletop position. Now this is going to look really easy, but if you can see, I started kind of rolling a bit there. We want to think about really using our abs to actually lift that leg and make it so that our pelvis is not rocking and rolling anywhere. It's just staying completely still. The more that you engage your abdominals, the more stability you should feel. So thinking about really grounding in your navel towards your spine and using that strength to go ahead and lift that leg up into the tabletop position. Let's go ahead and bring those feet together. And you're going to go ahead and lift into the tabletop position with both feet. And lower. You should definitely be feeling that. Let's do about 3 more. And lower. All right, 2 more. And lower. 1 more. Last down. Wow, that's awesome. That is such good work for your lower abs. I hope that you enjoyed that one. Okay, next what we're gonna do is we're gonna come all the way up, seated. Your knees are still going to be bent here. And go ahead and really kind of grip the underside of your thighs, making a nice strong kind of shape. As you do this, what you're gonna do is you're gonna slowly roll down until your arms completely extend. So we're gonna go very slowly. And maybe we can go a little bit lower here. Hold it. And then roll yourself or curl yourself back up. Extend. And here let's go ahead and actually focus on making kind of a C shape, the C curve with your spine. And from there, lowering down, letting your arms stretch out straight. And we're going to use our arms to come all the way back up and then to this nice stretch position. Let's do that kind of C curl all the way down again. Once you're outstretched, hold that for about a second. C curl all the way back up and stretch out that spine. Awesome. From here, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to do the roll up. So you can extend. Let's actually roll down before we do the roll up. So you can extend your legs out long. They can be together or they can be about hip width. Your arms are going to go straight out in front. And we're going to slowly, one vertebrae at a time, roll all the way back. Go slower than you want to go. Arms all the way up overhead. Big deep breath. Arms come forward. Slowly we're curling up. And coming all the way up to this nice seated position. One of these equals 6 crunches. So we're going to do about 4 more. Slowly. Nice big breath. Overstretching overhead. And now we're coming up. Right here at this part, if you feel your legs come up off the mat, that's okay. We're aiming to keep our heels down on the mat throughout, but sometimes that happens. Let's do about 3 more here. This is a wonderful way to kind of wake up the spine. Let's do the last one here. Stretching all the way up, and on this one, if you'd like, you can kind of stretch forward. Ooh, that feels really good on my hamstrings. And if you'd like, you can even bend your knees coming forward, like so. Okay, next step, what we're going to do is we're going to come back onto our backs. And we are going to do one leg circles. So you're going to have your left leg outstretched and your right leg is going to come up into your chest. And then we're going to point it up towards the ceiling. Arms are anchored down into the mat. From here, you're just going to go ahead and lower the leg kind of over your navel, coming all the way down. And then up, here we go. Next, we're going to do that same motion around here. As you're doing it, you want to make sure that your core is staying really stable, and that is the challenge. It is so hard to kind of keep your hips from rocking and rolling here. But if you really engage your abdominals, it should be a little bit easier. Again, working on stability and using that powerhouse, which is your core, in order to do kind of these nice little circles. Up at the top here, we're going to go the opposite direction, so coming out, in and up. Again, really focusing on aiming for stability. I know it's so hard. but you're doing an awesome job. Little motions can be quite hard work when we really focus on engaging our muscles. Last one. And bend that leg, bring it in. And we're going to outstretch it onto the ground. Do the same thing on the left side. So we brought our left leg in, up towards the ceiling. Arms are grounded into the mat. And we're going to start by going in towards the center. Down and up. Down and up on the outside. Oh wow, this feels so good. You should feel a bit of a stretch in your leg as well. Aiming again to keep your hips just as still as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect, just try your best. And we're going to go out now. Outside and then in to come up. Outside and in to come up. One more here. If you'd like to give yourself a bit of an extra ab challenge here, we can try doing one. Wow, I'm really feeling it. Doing like this, or actually I'm saying about two. Ooh. And we're going to lower. Leg in. Both legs in. And we're going to do a little rocking roll motion just to come up to seated. Excellent. From here we're going to do rolling like a ball. How fortuitous after rolling up. So here you're going to do this kind of same strong arm shape that you did before. We're going to point our toes and have our heels not touching. If you'd like you can touch them, but let's try it without touching. And you're just going to use your kind of pelvic tilt to tilt you back and roll like a ball. Going one vertebrae at a time. Ooh, and feeling that motion. As you come back up, use your core to stop you before your toes touch the mat. If they touch, it's okay, but we're going to try and put the brakes on using our core. Let's do just about 4 more here. Ooh, that feels so good on my back. Oh, last one. Oh no, I touched. All the way up and hold. Excellent. Lower that foot down and the next. And from here, let's just slowly come all the way back down into the mat. From here, we're going to go ahead and do a single leg stretch. So grabbing this leg, pulling it in, head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. And then we're going to switch. Tug and switch. Tug and switch. Just going to do about 8 more here on each side. Using kind of that tug to lift your head, neck, and shoulders up higher off of the mat. 4 left. Last one. And lower. Excellent. From here, we're going to kind of curl in almost as a ball, hugging your legs into your chest. And then you're going to expand out and bring your arms back in. This is the double leg stretch. We're going to do just about 5 more here. As you're coming in, make sure you're really crunching up. About 2 more. And lower. Excellent. From here, you're going to extend that leg out and extend your right leg up towards the ceiling. You can hang on to the back of your calf or the back of your thigh muscle. Your knees can be bent if that's easier. And you're just going to give a nice pull 1 and switch. So this is our scissor. If you can and you like that kind of stretch, you can aim for keeping it nice and long, your legs nice and straight. Let's do about 3 more. 2, 1. One more. And lower. Ah, excellent. Go ahead and open up those knees. Kind of roll them in one direction. And then go ahead and do the same but in the other direction. From here, we're going to do the lower leg lift. Our legs go straight up towards the ceiling. Heels touch, pointed, toes are pointed out. You can go ahead and put your hands a little bit under your bottom. It will help make sure that your lower back is flat on the mat. As soon as your lower back wants to come up off of the mat in this exercise, I want you to come straight back up. So if you're only going about here and then coming up, that's totally fine. If you can go down a little bit lower, you can go for that too. We're going to do 5 more here. Last one. Excellent. Bringing your legs in and head down. From here, we're going to curl up again. Your hands are behind your back or just kind of behind your ears. And we're going to go into crisscross. As you're doing this, aiming for it to be your shoulder blade going towards your knee rather than your elbow. If you want, you can bring your hands even lower to really emphasize that. Let's do about 5 more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way down. Excellent. You should definitely be feeling your abs now. From this, let's go ahead and come into a nice shoulder bench. So your arms are going to be planted into the mat. And what you're going to do is just use kind of that pelvic tilt that we did before to lift your pelvis up towards the ceiling. So you're kind of tilting. You're actually tucking really. You're tucking and then letting your hips go up towards the ceiling. Holding it here for a moment before lowering one vertebrae at a time. Let's do that 3 more times, really grounding into the mat through your feet and your palms and lifting. Hold here at the top and we're going to lower. Lift. Hold it here at the top and lower. Excellent. One last one. Let's curl and lift. Oh, that feels so nice on my back. And very slowly, one vertebrae at a time and coming all the way back down. From here, we're going to go ahead and lift again. This time we're going to lift one leg up as well. So make sure you're in a nice stabilized position here. We're going to go ahead and lift. From here, I'm going to point my right leg up towards the ceiling. Ooh, feel that stabilization already? I'm going to go ahead and flex my leg all the way down and point back up towards the ceiling. Flex and point, flex and point. Just a couple more like that. Oh, that feels wonderful. One more. And all the way down. Lowering very slowly. Excellent. Yay. Okay, on to the next side. We're going to go ahead and find that stability. Push all the way up. Feeling nice and strong, so I'm going to lift this left leg up towards the ceiling, flexing. I'm going to come down and pointing. I'll come back up. Three more like this. Last one. And from here, lower that foot down and slowly come all the way back. Down one vertebrae at a time. Give your knees a nice hug into the chest. You can roll about side to side here. Just a nice little back and forth. And here you're going to go ahead and roll all the way back up. From this, we're going to finish with something called the impossible push-up. I don't really think it's that impossible because it reminds me a lot of what we do in yoga. If you've done it before, it's chaturanga. Fix your hair if needed. So what you're going to do is you're going to come up into a plank position. So from your knees, outstretch one leg and then the other. From here, you're going to bring your elbows all the way back rather than out to the side. And very slowly, you're just going to lower down. Go slower than you want to here. Hold it just about an inch off the mat. And lower. Oh, awesome. Come all the way back into a child's pose. And when you're ready, roll yourself back up. Come to the center of the mat. And just thank your body for a wonderful practice. Hands together. Thank you so much for joining me today. I had so much fun. I hope that you did too. If you enjoyed this video, please share this video with a friend. It's one of the best ways that you can support this channel. And if you'd like to continue the fun, you can click on a video over here. And of course, you can subscribe to my channel over here. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you again soon.